Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a clip of a fat activist saying obesity is the next step in evolution. We're also going to be taking a look at a couple of bonus clips. By the way, I'm sick, so I'm going to sound a little bit different throughout this episode. Also, I might not be as funny due to the illness. That's my excuse. Did you know that I have an Instagram page? Please be sure to follow me over there. Here's a link. One of these days, I'll figure out what the heck I'm supposed to be uploading to Instagram. Maybe I'll just use it for doing covers of Ariana Grande songs on my guitar, like I did previously. Be sure to check it out. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache.
Asking me to lose weight, stop eating, go to the gym is the same thing as asking me to defy the laws of evolution.
The laws of evolution.
I understand that my body is nature's way of protecting me from my natural enemy, from predators, if you will.
Morbid obesity protects you from predators. You don't think it would be advantageous to be able to escape a predator using our physical body, like climbing up a tree, running away, or something? I think lacking mobility would make us very susceptible to predators.
I know that the chances of some guy thinking that it would be effortless to hoist me in the back of his trunk, slim to none.
Oh, we're talking about dudes. Okay. So you would put up with all of the negative health ramifications of obesity for the rest of your life, just in the off chance that it protects you from getting kidnapped. This is kind of like my idea, like if I ever get sent to prison, I'm just going to cover myself in human feces so nobody touches me. This is kind of like that. I ain't touching human feces guy, dude. Sure, I would love to do terrible things to him, but he's covered in human feces. It's honestly not worth it. You're pulling one of those. I see you. I see you. You're like, of course you would rub yourself in human feces. What other feces would be available to you but your own? I'm sorry, why is this conversation going there?
I know that creep down the street isn't even gonna think about trying to drag me down his flight of steps and chain me to his basement wall.
This is a weird conversation to have, but I'm pretty sure that a creepy weirdo who encounters somebody living in a larger body way out in the middle of nowhere could still come up with some kind of way to take you against your will. I don't know.
Kidnappers might look at me and think, damn, she's worth her weight in gold, but it's going to take me and my partner in crime in order to get her big ass in this van, and
This is pretty damn funny. I have to give you that.
I'd rather not. Understand?
Well, I mean, you do have a point with labor. Nobody wants to do labor, right? Okay, so the obesity is protecting you from creepy weirdos out there in the world. This is similar to when Fierce Fatty was saying it. There's a little bit of something too, but it's not worth carrying around all this excess adipose tissue for the rest of your life. And it's also silly to act like you gained all this weight specifically for this purpose, right? That's not what the hell happened. You may have thought that I've just gone off the rails continually for the past couple of years, but this was actually all on purpose, for protection. All right, man. So as you're eating cake, you're like, they'll never be able to kidnap me or whatever. Sorry, I'm not trying to be mean, but
I am not attracted to men that are more attractive to more vulnerable, petite women that they can push around and bully.
Okay, so if I want a woman that's not obese, it's because I'm controlling and I want a woman that I can push around easily. What about all the people that feed somebody until they're immobile and can't leave them? We've seen that a couple times on my 600-pound life. Whatever you gotta tell yourself, dude.
If you need a smaller woman in order to feel like a bigger man, you're not the man for me.
If I have to keep eating more than you just to be a man because I'm bigger than you, then you're not the woman for me. If you think that's what makes me a man, then you're deluded and I have no interest in you whatsoever.
So you not being attracted to me is once again nature's way of doing its job. Don't even look in this direction. Won't bother me a bit.
Okay. I'm getting a whole lot of cope from this.
So I'd rather stay over here fat and with snacks, looking great and off the first 48.
Fat and with snacks, looking great. Off the first 48? Are these well-known sayings? Hold on, let's hear that again.
So I'd rather stay over here fat and with snacks, looking great and off the first 48.
Fat and with snacks, looking great and off the first 48. I have no idea what the hell that second part means. But I like fat with snacks. If somebody's trying to take the piss out of you, you're like, dude, you can't hurt me. I'm over here fat and with snacks, will travel. Get the hell out of my face. Okay. Well, she does bring up the good point that it is harder to kidnap somebody that's larger. Fierce Fatty's brought up that point before. But as I said, carrying around all this excess stuff 24/7, it's making me all hot and sweaty all the time, which I really hate, is completely not worth it. If you're like me, dude, you don't like to be hot and sweaty. And when I was larger, I was always sweating like a priest on the playground. Do-do-do. Sorry. Next.
I don't think about my body very much these days.
You don't think about your body very much these days, which is why you're making this video, trying to prove to me that you never think about your body. That's what people that don't think about their body do. I stopped thinking about my body too. It's just that easy. Why does the rest of society feel jealousy and insecurity and all this other stuff, you morons? Just accept your body. Just that easy. Say the words, and it is so. I'm not saying that everybody should obsess over their body, but just saying the words, I don't care about this anymore, is a bunch of bollocks. It's a bunch of cope.
And it's felt a little weird as a body image coach to...
You're a body image coach. That's a real job that people are paying you to do?
not be feeling like I need to talk about my body or...
So a body image coach will teach you that you don't need to talk about your body? Oh yeah, like my tennis coach that taught me to never think about or play tennis.
Share about tips and tricks and things and ways for you to heal your relationship to your body, because...
You sure we shouldn't just work on it and then have a body that we're proud of, and then we don't have to play these weird little mental gymnastics with ourselves? I've taught myself how to stop caring about what my body looks like. I broke every single mirror in my house, and I never look at my reflection on any shiny object. That's how I've healed my relationship with delulu.
Because for me,
it's
become such a non-issue. And I started to think, okay, well, why is that?
It's such a non-issue to you. So you decided to make an entire video about it. So this person doesn't care about what anybody thinks about their body anymore.
And what I realized is that once I started to understand the origin story, the body story that was taught to me, that was fed to me for years and years and years.
Fed to you? Sorry.
I started to go, oh, okay, well, it wasn't my fault.
Oh, it wasn't your fault, you told yourself. The state of your own physique is not your fault. Okay, well, I don't think that rationale is going to help you. Like I've said before, if nothing is your own fault, then you have no power to change. It's a double-edged sword. Feels good to blame anybody and everybody else but ourselves, but then you also have no power to change.
So there was a layer of shame that started to dissolve.
Why did the layer of shame dissolve? Was that directly after the ice pick lobotomy that you got from your therapist?
Because of that, I was able to...
Because nothing actually dissolves all my cares and worries away like a full frontal ice pick lobotomy. I've said it countless times. It really takes the edge off. If you're experiencing a lot of negative emotions, you have all these like jealousy, desires, insecurity, hopes, wants, dreams, full frontal ice pick lobotomy will take care of all of that for you. All of those human emotions that usually motivate people are actually holding you back. The only way to be free is to disconnect from our own sense of self. You could have a full frontal ice pick lobotomy, or you could read fat acceptance rhetoric until you start to disassociate from reality. They both give a similar level of cognitive dissonance that will keep you nice and happy for months to come.
To move into acceptance and actively shift the narrative without gaslighting myself into thinking that I had to love my body all the time.
Yeah, you were gaslighting yourself into thinking that you had to love your body all the time. Now you see the truth that you don't, okay? You sure this entire spiel isn't some kind of gaslighting?
Wouldn't it be cool if you didn't have to think about your body all the time?
And then she wrapped it up by saying, wouldn't it be cool if you didn't have to think about your body all the time? Yeah, I mean, I don't spend a whole lot of time thinking about my body, but I do work on it to try to get a physique that I like. I'm not sitting here like beating myself up about it or whatever. I know that that's not always the norm. A lot of people do beat themselves up about their physique and everything, and there becomes a point where it becomes counterproductive. We should try to work on ourselves and take as good of care of ourselves as possible, but we shouldn't obsess about it or beat ourselves up. If you have made a mistake in the past, it's good to acknowledge that and be like, all right, I messed up there. But then we can immediately start focusing on solutions and moving forward. Yeah, I screwed up. That sucks. I messed up. However, Now we're focusing on moving forward and taking steps in the right direction. That's far more productive than beating ourselves up. Next. Alright, these next several clips are fairly random. In this one, the caption reads, "I genuinely do not know how much more of this I can take," and it's this person in their car. Okay, so the reason that I included this in here is because I'm very confused, and all of the comments were like supportive, like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you're going through that," and blah 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 da da ba ba da da. Everything that I'm about to say is going to come off extremely mean. But what the hell is this? You film yourself crying and upload it to the internet? For what? I'm guessing because people have been making fun of this person. Either way, it's just a video of them breaking down crying. Back in my day, this would have been laughed off of the internet. I'm not saying that it's wrong or it's right, but the whole display is very bizarre. My question is, why did you film yourself crying and upload it to the internet? I guess you were trying to get the sympathy that you got. People gave it to you. But for what? What does it do? If people have sympathy for you, that's cool and everything, but how is this changing your life or helping you? I would not recommend this. When people show their emotions to me to try to make me feel some kind of way, I see it as manipulative and I don't fall for it, right? You're crying, you want me to feel some kind of way. I don't feel anything. Sorry. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but... Alright, so that was a very shameful display, in my opinion. Next.
Oh my god, there's fat girls who are still scared to go to the doctor. Oh my god, there's fat girls who still need to take their emotional support water bottle to help them get through the doctor.
Emotional support water bottle? What? How old are you?
Oh my god, there's fat girls who have to wear their Taylor Swift Crocs to be brave to go to the doctor.
To be brave to go to the doctor? How old are you?
Not a fat girl having a little snacky snack before the doctor, because even though she has a restrictive eating disorder, even though most doctors will tell her she has to lose weight, food is important and everybody needs to eat food.
Okay, so you told your doctor you have a restrictive ED and they told you to lose weight. I guess they didn't believe you. This is not a medical advice channel, and I'm not going to give out any sort of medical advice, but apparently, according to your doctor, you need to lose weight. That's what he told you. So, a medical professional has told this person that she should lose weight. I guess that's a joke to her, though. Why do you need your emotional support water bottle and your special Taylor Swift Crocs to be brave to go to the doctor? Are you 5 years old? It's okay to be an adult. It's okay to be just like, you know, a mature, grown person. The plague that seems to be sweeping across this entire planet is everybody acting like babies. As adults. We got people eating like their parents are out of town for the weekend as adults, emotional support water bottles, emotional support Crocs, breaking down crying inside of our car.
Not a fat girl getting to the doctor's office 20 minutes early because she has anxiety.
Okay, so you went through various rituals just to go to the doctor for some reason. Not a fat girl performing voodoo rituals on a caricature of the doctor?
I did it.
I didn't get any help, it says. Okay, what were you looking for? You went there for your knee pain and he said it was related to your weight and you got angry or something?
It was hard.
It was hard. Last time I went to the doctor, it was not hard. Last time I went to the doctor, it was not hard, and I didn't have to put on all these special garments and stuff. It went something like this. Hello, the cynical dude. Welcome to the doctor. Yes, I said the part. I know that you're really crazy about that, and you made a huge scene last time when we didn't. Yeah, that's right, doctor. You will say the part, you piece of garbage. Sorry. I'm actually here for your help. So, I have various medical problems. Alright, well, we're going to give you a whole bunch of tests to try to figure out what the hell is wrong with you. Okay, sounds good. Alright, we'll perform those tests and we'll see you again in a month. Very good. See you later, sir. The end. Didn't have to do any special wacky stuff or put on any special garments to go there. Oh my god, there are fat women who don't take their emotional support water bottle to the doctor. Next. Now we're going to be taking a look at a bonus clip of Bethany responding to this comment that reads, like, tell me you're a greedy piece of shit without telling me you're a greedy piece of shit. Not very friendly.
Hi, friends. So I'm going to be blocking this person right after I make this video.
Okay, good thing you made the video first, though.
But I figured if they're going to be mean to me, I might as well be able to monetize off of it. So here we go.
Are you getting paid from TikTok for this?
Okay, so anyway, this is just a reminder to everyone first that it costs absolutely nothing to be kind, and it takes no more energy than it does being mean, so you might as well be kind.
That's a very bizarre argument. But I do agree that this person was not kind at all. That was very mean. A stupid comment they shouldn't have left.
Secondly, it is not greedy to go to a food pantry if you need it. And for most food pantries, you do have to have like a certain level of like income or a certain level of need before they let you do it. So not just anyone could go to a food pantry if they wanted to.
Yeah, they often verify those things.
You do have to have a level of eligibility for most food pantries in order to utilize it.
Okay. I've gone to those food pantries before when I was younger, and what they give you is usually just straight bollocks. It is food, though.
And finally, there is absolutely nothing greedy about wanting to take care of myself and my family.
Okay, this person is trying to be like, yo, Bethany, you are overweight, and therefore going to the food pantry is not appropriate for you. I'm gonna have to disagree with the commenter on this one, dude. Like, a lot of people keep trying to take the piss out of this person for using the food pantry. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, even if you are living in a larger body. Just so you guys know, the type of food that you're going to get from the food pantry is probably going to be a whole lot of bread and carbs and stuff like that. So you probably can't build the ideal physique off of food pantry food.
And if that seems greedy to you, then I would definitely look at your priorities, because it seems like your priorities might be a little off.
I don't think it's greedy. I think that we actually have an overabundance of food in this country, and it often goes to waste.
So anyway, enjoy the block party for this person. I'm gonna go play
The block party? Is that what we're calling it when we block somebody? I like it.
with my kid now, and we're gonna have a snack, which I got from the food pantry.
Okay. Way to rub it in, Beth. Alright, so like I said, I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with using the food pantry if you have to use it. Next. Now she's going to be responding to this comment that reads, have you ever tried to buy groceries just once? Try it. You don't look hungry, get a job. Alright, so we misspelled the word tried. We didn't put any commas or periods.
Hi, Noni Joe. I think that's how you say your name. Noni Joe?
Yeah.
Or is it Nani Joe? I don't know. I don't really care.
How dare you?
Anyway, you must be new to my page. Welcome. I'm guessing you've never seen any of my pantry haul videos because you would know that every single one of these statements is just very tired and boring and...
Boring and tired. Okay, so the concept of buying groceries is tired. And they said you don't look hungry, get a job. That statement is also tired.
all has been said before. But you know, you're new, so we'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's address some of these. First off, I do buy groceries because what I get from the food pantry is not enough to sustain myself and my family for a full month. So I do have to buy groceries in addition to what I get from the food pantry.
Yeah, they usually don't give you stuff that's very good.
Secondly, not sure if you know this or not, but regardless of a person's size, they can still get hungry.
Really?
They still need to eat. We're not bears. We don't hibernate.
Oh, she's bringing up that argument again. We've heard her say that before. We're not bears. We don't hibernate. And last time she said she's not a whale. She can't store and live off of blubber, which is really weird that you don't understand what adipose tissue is for. That's literally what it's for. We can eat a bunch of food, get adipose tissue, and then live off of the adipose tissue. That's literally what it's for. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about. We may not go unconscious for several months like a bear, but we do store excess energy as adipose tissue. What do you think all this stuff is for?
I'm not a camel. I can't just store fat and water and food.
Actually, yeah, you can. That's literally the role of adipose tissue. Okay, so Bethany seems to be extremely confused on how the human body works. Every other animal on this planet, when they eat in excess, the excess energy is stored as fat to be used at a later time. But when humans eat in excess and store adipose tissue, it's just for the hell of it. You just keep on storing more and more and more. You could never live off of it at any time. That's not what that's for. Classically, mankind has always had access to an overabundance of food, and therefore he's never needed to store fat to be used at a later date. I wonder what Beth thinks adipose tissue is for. What do you think is the purpose of it? You tell me, please. I'm all ears, dude. Go.
I do have to eat on a regular basis, and so does my family. And finally, just because someone has a job, that doesn't mean that they're financially stable. Especially in this economy, people can be working 2 or 3 jobs and still only...
Right, are you? They weren't talking about people. They said, you get a job. Your response is very vague. You're like, a lot of people that have jobs still can't afford to eat, so I guess you don't have one. Not that I'm judging you. This is that other person's comment. I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
Barely making ends meet or struggling. So I would really encourage you to continue watching more of my videos and learning more about food pantry. And
I would like to learn more from you, more science about how excess adipose tissue is completely meaningless. From an evolutionary standpoint, it's just there for the heck of it.
And food insecurity, because it sounds like that might be a subject that you might not know a whole lot about.
Yes, please educate this person.
So I would just really encourage you to do some research and find more about it. And also remember that it takes absolutely zero effort to be a kind human. So
that's not true. Honestly, being nice to people requires a lot of effort from me. I have to shove down all of my natural instincts.
Maybe try that next time.
Okay, so that was insane. And she wrapped up the video by saying that you don't understand anything about food scarcity and human beings cannot live off of the excess adipose tissue that they have stored to be used at a later date for energy. So what do you think of the clips that we just saw? Is obesity the next step in evolution? Should you need a bunch of emotional support items to go to the doctor? And is it okay to go to a food pantry if you're lacking in food? Leave a comment below. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.